Shawn Martin said in a stream with Libertarian Podcast Review that MN Public Records has about 70 pages of documents waiting to drop. Any insight? Let me tell you something about Shawn Martin. There was a boxer named Everett Bigfoot Martin or Charles Bigfoot Martin. And it makes me want to call Shawn Bigfoot Martin. Let me tell you something about Shawn Martin. That guy is fucking solid. That guy is a steel trap. You say anything to him, he doesn't say a word. Someone else says something to him, he doesn't say a word to you. So do I know that there's 70 pages of MN Public Records documents? Yes, I do know that. Do I know anything about them or have I heard anything from Shawn? Not a goddamn word. Not a goddamn word. In fact, whenever Shawn knows something, I go, it doesn't bother. I shouldn't even bother asking, should I? And he says, no, you shouldn't. I said, fair enough. I don't know what MN Public Records has, but MN Public Records does have, I guess, a shitload of material. Numero uno, John, and I think that's going to, I mean, because remember, he had like the Dear John moments and the other meltdowns while he was still coping with the drugs and the alcohol. Now, without the drugs and the alcohol to soften the blow, now that stuff comes out and he's sober. Oh, God, you guys didn't hear the biggest thing. Josh from Mad at the Internet, Kiwi Farms Josh. Nick texted Josh. Nick was texting him, and Nick was saying, take down that MN Public Records thing. I want you to take that down and delete it. The April address. And Josh is like, no, I'm not taking down MN Public Records thing. And Nick was like, no, you have to take it down. It's blah, 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 blah. And they got into this thing. And how can I say this? Josh told him, stop being unfaithful. And Josh literally just read him the riot act and gave him the dad speech that Nick doesn't get because he wasn't ever raised. He wasn't brought up. It's actually kind of a tragic story when you get to know the guy. But he was never raised properly. He was never brought up. He was never taught how to be a man. It's unfortunate. That's why I always giggle when he was like, I think I could take Aaron. Dude, I'd fucking kill you. Just stop. Just stop saying things that are going to get you laughed at. You're going to, if you even tried anything, you die. Stop. So he gave Josh a shower call and tried to get him to take down that address. Now, Nick has told this lie to the Onion crowd, and the Onion crowd is stupid, so they believe it, that April has a job and a boyfriend. Now, we also know that Nick lies about everything. So when Nick says something, you can pretty much assume the opposite is true. So that means that he's still seeing her. He's still seeing her at that house. I mean, eyewitnesses, according to MN Public Records, have seen his vehicle there. And also, nobody had confirmed that this was a dox until Nick texted Josh to confirm it was an accurate dox. Just like they weren't sure we could confirm that his daughter tested positive for cocaine until he texted Josh and confirmed it. So he's kind of the dumbest guy who ever lived. But it's also, to me, confirmation that those two are still seeing each other, and Nick's worried he's going to get in a lot of trouble if that stays out there. So, I mean, when they started putting that address in his chat, didn't he made it like subscribers only, then he made it members only, then he's like, I'm going to take the chat to locals or whatever. Got bad. It got bad. So, needless to say, Josh did tell him to go fuck himself. Mr. Free Speech wanted Josh to take down a post because Nick knew it was going to fuck with his life. Well, here's my thing. And look, I used to be like, when I was in my 20s and early 30s, I was like Nick. Everything was everyone else's fault. But you grow up, you make mistakes, you fuck up, you acknowledge your fuck ups, and you realize I am where I'm at because of the totality of the decisions I've made, not anyone else. And with him, he's in this position of having to call Josh, and MN Public Records is releasing what they're releasing because he's made dog shit, asshole, terrible, evil human being decisions, and he's not repentant for them. So basically, this is MN Public Records' way of saying, you're going to learn. And so far, he hasn't learned. So he's going to take those 70 pages of documents that he has, and he's going to dole them out slowly until Nick learns. And if he doesn't learn, then he's got, I'm guessing, a dozen or so reveals. coming down the road, plus whatever MN Public Records finds out in the meantime. 09 Canyon says, Josh, take stuff down if he's required to by law. It didn't work last time Nick tried to tell him how to run his site. Not going to work now. Well, that's the other thing, Nick. Like, if you're going to keep calling this guy a piece of shit and an asshole, make fun of Kiwi Farms, why would they ever want to do anything nice for you? They never would, and they never should. Numero Uno says, Nick keeps claiming no one would have known about any of his sexual proclivities if Aaron hadn't said anything. Lamau, how do people believe this stuff? They want to. Nick, his whole life now is basically reacting to what I do. I create, I do things. He reacts to it. And now he has to just get whatever group of people he can believing this horseshit. Now, it says in court documents that people in the community were wary of the relationship that he was having with April and I. That relationship looked weird to people. So it's, I mean, you're doing streams in a hot tub. You're, we're parading all this stuff out in the community, out in public. I mean, Nick's the classic dipshit who can't see outside of his own self and realize that people know more than you think they do. Kids know more than you think they do. And I know that from what I heard from the CPS people, from what was said in those interviews. Definitely kids know more than what you think they do. And that was heartbreaking and a big-time wake-up call. Couldn't believe it wasn't one for him.